It says we're live. So I don't know how much of a delay there is. So welcome from the Crossroads of America. A talk show. Today is Shooting with Disabilities, but we can go off track for guns, politics, or anything else that crosses my mind. Answer questions from the audience, either by email or in the chat here. Email me at rickslifeasiseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. I have a Patreon page, PayPal, and all that other info. It's all down there in the info section below. So that's taken care of. So let me see who. Jerry Parker was in first, then Kingpin, Jason Stewart, Gun Loving Grandpa. Who else? Two Live Moo. That's it so far coming in, but they're getting here. Let's see who I got up here in the corner. Jason Stewart, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Rick. Thanks for the invite. It's good to see you and everybody.
Okay. You too. Then we got New York Outcast. How you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for having me. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yeah. Then for a long time no see, we got the lovable Tony.
Hey, just letting everybody know I ain't dead.
That's good. Then we got good old Squibload.
Yep.
Yeah. Then we got the mystery guy with no name showing up here. That's you. Talk to me. Talk to me, mystery guy. Well, you're muted, so come on. I guess you don't
Somebody's connection probably didn't work out.
Maybe it's Honest Abe.
Yeah, maybe. So, all right. Okay, where are we getting feedback from? Okay, let's see. Okay. Hey, I got some besides having what's called rain here this afternoon. It's been quite nice, but where I was going with this, just an update. I actually went out today without my cane. I actually walked without my cane. Like, walked out to the truck, got down to Deb's Diner, walked across the parking lot into the diner and stuff. So I thought that was a pretty good major achievement.
Well, congrats. Sounds like you're on your way to being a true Forrest Gump.
Yep. Now I just got to get
all in moderation. Just don't get too crazy and overdo it.
I know that, Debbie Downer. I got it. There you go. You burst my bubble of my enjoyment of walking without the cane. And
I'm happy for you. I just don't want to hear you laid up all week.
But I gotta get
Rick. You're never going to see Outcast be a motivational speaker.
No, you're right.
That's not true. For the right reasons, I could be.
Thank you all today for showing up. I really hope it was really worth wasting gas money on coming out to see me today. Let's get on to our motivational speech.
Yeah. Yeah. But where I was going with this is, I forgot where I was going because you interrupted me.
Without your cane.
Yeah, but without my cane. But I need to get. I'm so unfit that it's I'm a fat guy anyway. But I'm even worse because I haven't been able to move for a couple of years. So now I need to start doing some more walking before I can go. My goal is to go squirrel hunting, and when our season starts on August 15th. That's my plan. So there we go. That's what's happening with me on the disability side.
Now you can do that from the truck riding down the road, man. Just roll down the window.
No, I know. I've got a what's called a certificate that says I can shoot from inside my truck.
Does it
So,
specify
hey,
that you
Sabrina's
got to
here.
be off the road?
Yeah. Do what?
Does it specify that you got to be off the road?
I have to look. I think I can't be on a main road.
Oh, make sure your barrel's out the window. Further the better. I don't know if you've done it before, but shooting in a vehicle is totally different than outside. Boy, you'll get a concussion wave and you'll feel it, and it's louder than it should be with your normal hearing protection. So just make sure it's outside, because you'll know if you screw up.
Yeah. But that's another thing too. I mean, like you guys, like I told you guys, I went shooting last week, or was it last week? Yeah. But now the weather's nice. I want to get out there and go more shooting, but I don't want to waste the ammo. You know what I'm saying? But I did find out that my cousin, he was telling me that he went and purchased a new gun. Well, not purchased a new gun. His mother has his father's collection, and he bought a what in the hell was it? He mentioned it to me, and it's an expensive side-by-side shotgun. I can't think of the brand name, but if you were going to buy one, it would be up in the $1,500, $2,000 range. I mean, he bought it off of. That's if you bought it brand new. He bought it off his mother. I don't know how much she charged him for it, but he gave her some money for it. And
Beretta, by any chance?
What?
Was it Beretta by any chance?
It could have been. It could have been. I can't remember now. But anyway, where I was going with this story was we were talking about guns and ammo, and he was telling me, he says, I gotta go out and buy a new safe. He goes, I was thinking, he said, with this ammo shortage and reloading supply shortage, he said, I just got all mine laying all around my room, my gun room. He says, I'm going to put it all in a safe in case somebody comes and tries to steal it. I said, how much you got? He says, I got more than you ever need. So he says he's in double figures on powder, But anyway, I said to him, you got any primers? He goes, what, large or small? I said, small. He said, I got tons of them. I said, well, I might be over to see you. And he just smiled at me. Whether that means yes or no, I'm not sure.
What would be double figures on powder?
More than 30 pound.
I got 50.
Oh, there you go. You're just as good as he is.
So I won't ever have to buy any more for the rest of my damn life.
I feel terrible, man. I have 8 pounds.
I just suggest with something like that, how the fluctuations going up and down right now, it's valued at more. Whether it's going to stay that way or not, it's hard to say. People that may be concerned that it's not or don't have a lot of money, you can always kind of conceal things a lot of times, out of sight, out of mind. And if you're not, telling everybody what you have, even if somebody comes in your house, there's a lot of things the average cook's going to overlook. So, just something to keep in mind where, you may be more concerned about it, but actually buying it safe might not be practical for your needs. So, just try to think outside the box, and, you could probably get away with, some level of added security to where if somebody was to come in and look around and start tossing loose things, they're not just going to stumble across something worth, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So granted, that, just a little hint out there for your friend there, it just seems to be kind of sucked to buy a $1,000 safe. And then in 6 months, the safe way outvalues the shit you're putting in it at that point. So not saying it will be that way or not, but just something to consider. Thinking outside the box can save you some money in some sense.
Yeah.
So buy the safe.
I just keep my workbench a total mess. That way, if you come to take anything, you're gonna have to dig to find it. Because if I got to dig to find it myself, it's not gonna be easy for you either.
Yeah.
Organized chaos.
You must have the same workbench as Squib. It's cluttered.
I know where everything's at, sort of.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is cluttered. Sometimes I'll clean it off and I'll find stuff that I forgot I had. It's like Christmas. Like yesterday,
Yeah.
I was looking for something and I had boxes of primers fall all over the place. I'm like, get these damn things out of here. They're just taking up space. Maybe I should just get a third bench. Is what I should do, or another safe.
Yeah.
I just keep all my shit in the bunker.
Sorry, I'm typing here. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. I'm just chatting to Sabrina in the chat here. She never received her package. What's that mean? What, 2.5 months since I sent it to her? Over
the old postal service.
Yeah, I mean, that's a long time. It didn't, I mean, that's the first time I sent it to her. It took about a month and a half. This has taken this has been about another month since then. So she won a set of playing cards and some stickers and stuff. I have a set here, another set of cards here. I'll just resend it to her. But anyway, where I was going with my thing, talking about the nice weather and stuff. Not only shooting with disabilities, but anybody really. Are you going to shoot this? You going to get out and shoot this year? Or are you going to wait it out until the crisis is over on the ammo shortage?
Well, I've got to go and recert for my concealed carry permit next month, so I'll at least go and shoot then.
Okay. Oh, you got to certify for yours every time?
Every 5 years.
Okay. Yeah, that's the way it was. That's what it was like in Rhode Island. You had to go through the whole process all over again. But I don't live in Rhode Island anymore. And I haven't checked this week. Did you know Indiana, the constitutional carry passed the state house. Now it's at the state Senate. It's in the committee right now. So Indiana could be a constitutional carry. And oh my God, you guys in Illinois are going to absolutely freak out. That the guns are everywhere now, down here.
Well, you just need to bring them across like 70 in the dump trucks instead of 94.
Yeah. So anyway, okay. So you're going to do that anyway. Let's go back this way. So, Jason, are you going to wait it out and the shortage, or are you going to go out and do some shooting this now the weather's getting warmer?
No, I've been waiting to go out shooting. I'm just going to first trip out. I'm just going to shoot like a couple boxes of 9mm, but I'm going to shoot a little 5.56, and then I got plenty of 22 to have some fun for pretty much most of the summer. But I'm going to mix in a little bit of what I have. I'm not like totally empty, but I'm not like overflowing either. But I'm tired of being cooped up, man. I got brand new guns that I haven't shot because I didn't get to get out the last 3/4 of last year. So I'm ready. I usually like to go shoot a whole lot. I used to shoot 5, 6, 7, and 800 rounds every time I went. Obviously, I can't do that anymore, but I'm willing to go out, and just stretch out what ammo I brought with me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be shooting. I got a lot of 22 too, and I need to get that lever action 22 all ready for my squirrel season anyway. So it give me, I can do that. But I'm going to shoot, my 380, my 45, my 45 Colt, because and stuff like that. Because I still have stuff to reload those. I thought you were in the reloading there, Jason.
Yeah, I've been starting to reload.
Okay, so these nine and stuff, you got stuff to reload?
I got stuff to reload 9, but I don't have that many projectiles. I only got a few hundred, but I got four.
But when you shoot more, you're half some more.
Yeah, I
Oh,
got
projectiles. You're talking about the actual bullet itself.
yeah, just the bullet.
No,
I got
yeah,
plenty of cases. Last year, every trip I went to the range last year, I picked up everybody else's brass.
yeah.
So I got a lot of stuff cleaned and prepped and ready to go.
Hey,
Just like everybody else, primers and projectiles.
can you get hold of lead? Mold your own.
I've thought about getting into casting, maybe a few more years down the road.
Yeah, same with me too.
I kind of got too much on my plate right now, and trying to learn a little bit of reloading. I don't want to go overboard just yet.
Yeah, well, you gotta find some bullets for your 9mm and stuff. So I don't know where we go because everything's shortage. No, it's a tough one. I mean, not like Tony. Tony casts his own bullets, and he's got tons of lead. So
Actually, I've only got about 100 pounds of lead, but I
oh,
got car batteries I can melt down to and get another probably 20.
yeah. Oh. So I mean, if it come down to the real crunch, you could make bullets for a little while still.
Yeah, and I've got a few already made up, ready to go. A few thousand.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, so New York Outcast, are you going to go shooting, or are you going to wait out the shortage?
Yeah, I plan on going. I should have went this last weekend and was about loading the truck, and then my kid's stray pet that she's not supposed to have showed up with a busted leg, and came a huge commotion. And then the girls took him an hour away to go get him treated and below $400 on a stray cat, and I didn't get to go, basically. So, and now I've got another damn cat down in my basement, which he ain't staying. But the doctor's ordered he can't be outside until his leg's better and shit. So apparently, I kind of got suckered again, and so, but he ain't staying though. Nice ass cat, but he ain't staying.
You've made your mind. Right.
Yeah, but no, I plan on going. I plan on shooting 22 mainly. I'm going to shoot 9 because I EDC 9.
Yeah,
but the majority will be 22. 9 is just to keep for the feel, I guess, of the the recoil. Not that I'm expecting anything different, but just nice to know if I can stay on target. Not that I doubt, but I don't know. I just like to do it every once in a while. Throw a few mags of that, and then I'll focus on 22 probably. And that'll be my routine until further notice, until ammo comes around. So I've got enough 22. I could do that for quite a while. So
yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do too. I'll throw a couple of magazines of 380 down there just to keep my hand in on my EDC. But most of my shooting is going to be with 22. Now I might shoot the 45 Colt every now and then. I got loads of. I mean, I could shoot. Actually, I might even start shooting my 1911 because of the weight of it, and being summertime, my arthritis is not so bad, and because of the weight of the 1911, it helps with the recoil. So, my hands will hurt later that evening, but while I'm shooting it, the pain's not so much. So yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do too. So Tony. Well, you're reloading everything else. This ammo shortage is not even bothering you any, is it?
Nope. I was really lucky. Right before all this went down, one of my local stores was getting out of reloading supplies, and I was able to buy all the primers that they had.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
It was just... Yeah, it was blind luck. I just happened to walk in. They had a few thousand, and I bought them all.
Oh, good for you. Good for you. It's nice when that happens. All right, Squib. What about you? What are you going to do?
I mean, really got other stuff going on. I really don't have time. But I mean, like I had somebody comment on one of my videos. Oh, he wants to see a range video. So I don't know. I mean, I might go out there and do a little bit of shooting, but the deer rifle's still sighted in from last year, and it's ready to go. So I don't really need to do anything with that other than check it closer to the season. Anything else is probably to make some ridiculous video or something. I mean, I'd like to go out and shoot my black powder for fun, but I don't know. There's too many other things in the way.
Put them aside. Your guns come first.
You can cancel a nail appointment. You don't have to get your hair done every week.
The things that I have are a lot more important than some damn guns.
Oh man, that statement is going to get a few people riled up.
All right, now who in the hell are you, and what did you do with Squib?
Yeah, we got a.
See, you got a whole bunch of people out there who like just got into guns yesterday, or they've been doing this for a while, but they just decided, hey, I think I'm going to finally go out and get all the guns that I always wanted but never got off my ass to get. Or after all the other shortages we've had, they still didn't pay any attention, and they're not stocked up on ammo or reloading supplies or anything else. So they're not, making smart-ass videos going, it's not a problem for me. No, you got a bunch of people out there that sound really freaking desperate, and that's just not me. I mean, I don't look at this year any differently than I have any other year. If I got time for it, I do it. If I don't have time for it, I don't do it. And I really don't like stupid range videos, but I might make a couple this year just to get some people to quit commenting.
Yeah, but I mean, just go out shooting for the sake of shooting because you enjoy it.
Shooting for enjoyment, I haven't done that in a very long time, and don't really think that I will for a while. So, nope. I'm not one of these people that says, "Oh my goodness, I haven't gone shooting in 2 days. I forgot how to use a gun." It's not me, because I've been doing it for a while and I've got lots to use. And I mean, it's just not there's other things I would much rather do with my time.
All right, I got to cut in. We got Wheeled and Well Armed joined us, and prior to that, Guns and Barbecue did, but nobody acknowledged him, and he probably got pissed and left, which I don't really blame him. But
well, I was getting there. I was getting there.
All right, well, I'm just pointing it out.
He was the last one in. He was the last one in line. So I mean, if he, I'm sorry that he felt slighted, but it wasn't.
Well, I'm speaking for him. He may just be busy, so don't get me wrong. So I don't want to put words in his mouth.
All right. So there was something I was gonna. Yeah, I forgot what the hell I was gonna say now. Damn's gone. Anyway, Will and Well Armed.
How's it going?
All right. Did you hear the original question?
No, I didn't.
My question was, since the weather's getting it's always been warm down in Georgia most time, but now the weather's warming up around most of the country. Are you gonna go shooting, or are you gonna wait it out while the ammo shortage is over?
I'm trying to shoot as much as possible. I'm trying to shoot weekly.
Oh yeah, I mean you have that much. You have that much ammo.
Yeah, I just got 3,000 more rounds.
He's rich. Haven't you seen his videos?
You have that much ammo? Who doesn't?
I got more than that, but I replenished what I shot since June, and so now my range has ammo. So I got this remanufactured ammo, and every time I shoot 50 rounds a week, I replenish it with 50 rounds of box ammo and storing that. So I'm ammo laundering. I ammo launder the cheap ammo and put good box ammo in storage. So
this latest round of ammo you bought, I mean, was it an exorbitant price?
I think it was okay price. It averaged out between the three groups of 1,000. It came out to $47 per per 100.
Yeah, all right. I mean, that's a little. I mean, it depends what you buy, but yeah, okay. That ain't exorbitant. It ain't cheap, but it's not exorbitant either in today's pricing. You know.
So
Was that for
cycled
9
through
or 40?
9. 2,000 of it is in a 124 grain,
Okay.
and 1,000
Yeah,
in
I
115
would call
grain.
that high price, but you
It
know,
is high price, but
used to be not
it
high
is.
to today's standards, but to a year ago.
Well, my range is selling it, but they only sell one box of 50 per visit, and only go once a week. But they have pretty consistent, quality ammo there, and so I'm able to, shoot what I've got. I put them in 50-round baggets, Ziplocs, and so I shoot that, and then I bring home, a box and store it.
Yeah, but where that's what I was saying. What he was averaging, $47 for 100 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's high compared to what it was pre-shortage, but
Oh
on
yeah,
average, it's it's not too bad.
but the stuff I'm buying is, I think it's $33, 33 to 35, depending week to week.
Okay.
But
No,
so it's cheap, but that's on better, it's S&B, MagTech. There's some local stuff, Georgia Arms, and then there's another one local called. There's one called Echo ECCO, and then there's another one that's called Pat and Ron PNN.
Oh, Vanessa said normal Connecticut prices. I was paying $40 plus per 25 rounds of 44 mag. Yeah, Connecticut was always expensive for ammo. I
Yeah,
thought.
but this 44 mag is a different ballgame than 9mm.
True. But I said, I mean, I said I've got it. I've got enough ammo to, and I got a couple of these containers here full of pre-bought ammo, and stuff. And plus, then I got all my reloading stuff that I got, and I can reload a few thousand more. The only thing I'm hurting on, as I said, is small primers. I've only got 300 left. I got plenty of bullets and brass and powder. It's just, but as I said, my cousin has some. I think I can talk him into selling me some. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. But otherwise, I'm going to go shooting. But I'm going to use mainly 22s. Even though I can shoot the other stuff, I just don't. I mean, because eventually I'm going to run out. I mean, if the shortage, how long do you think the shortage is going to last? That's the next question. I mean, if it's going to be over in a year, then I might as well shoot what I got.
It's gonna last as long as people pay these prices for ammo. As soon as people go, fuck this, I'm not paying this much for ammo, in a matter of weeks or months, it'll go back to normal.
Yeah, and another thing, and I think also is when you walk into your gun store or your favorite online store, and they've got 4 boxes of 9mm on the shelf, and you just scoop them up for the sake of scooping them up. It's going to keep on going.
If you're scooping them up at $50 a box, I'm going to recommend you for Moron of the Week. If you're scooping them up for $15 a box, then it's on the store to go, no, we are only limiting 1 per person or 2 per person or something like that. If the store doesn't limit it, that's capitalism. And some stores are doing that.
But, I understand what you're saying, but they're getting high prices. I mean, it's like, what was it last year when this thing all started and we had the toilet roll shortage, right? And I would be watching some of these chats here on gun channels, and somebody would type in, "Oh boy, I scored! I managed to get 248 packs of toilet roll today." He didn't fucking need it, but he went and bought it, And he's what I'm saying is when you do that kind of stuff, even with the ammo, is you're causing the problem. You're not helping it any.
No.
How do you know how big his ass is?
If you're willing to pay the high price, that's what's helping it. Buying
Part
it
of
up,
me-
no, people were doing that before. You never went down to the sporting goods store when they had a sale and bought some extra or something like that?
A part of the deal is that we have enough new gun owners that haven't had to pay anything but these damned high prices, so they don't know that it's not right.
True, Tony.
Yeah, and if that person that's buying the only 4 boxes in the store at near normal prices and then goes down to the gun show that weekend and sells them all for $100 a box, and they go down there and they pay for the table and the whole 9 yards and nobody buys it. Nobody buys it and they're stuck with it. They're going to stop going into the store, buying the last this or buying out that or buying, bringing their entire family so that, instead of 2 boxes per person, now that, they walk out of there with 8 or 12 boxes or whatever it is. As soon as people start going, no, I'm not paying this. But, I've got to go shooting tomorrow or else I'm going to dry up and blow away. Well, you're the real problem, not the person that's doing the price gouging, because you enable that price gouging. You give that person incentive to buy the stuff up. And the people that are buying it up for themselves, are they really hoarding it if they're buying it for themselves? No, they're not. They're not. I was buying stuff when things were normal price, when they were readily available, and I was picking up stuff every payday. I even put it on my credit card. And what I paid in interest, who's laughing now? Who's fucking laughing now?
Hey,
I'm only going to buy enough to go shooting tomorrow. And then next week when I go shooting, I'm going to buy enough to go shooting on that day. And no, you always get extra. You always get extra.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what I would do. I would buy reload supplies or whatever. But but the last time I went to get primers, he didn't have any. Then the next time I went, the shortage had started, so I still didn't get any. That's why I'm running low on them.
I'm waiting for a 9mm to hit $2 a round, then I'm going to have a sale and buy me a private island somewhere.
Well, they had a gun show here. My cousin was telling me they had a gun show here last weekend, and it was $45 for a box of 9mm, 50 rounds, and I went, Jesus Christ, people were paying that. He said it was selling, and 500 rounds of 22 was $125. And people, he said, and people were buying it. He said it wasn't flying out the door, but people were buying it.
I seen 22 online for CCI something or other for $10 100.
Yeah. It's I don't know, but anyway, I've got enough to keep me going. But I said, as I said, it all depends. I mean, if the shortage is going to last for another year and a half.
Okay, let's talk about that. So let's say Biden cuts off foreign ammo coming in. So I mean, if all the steel case ammo dried up, prices are really going to go up in the U.S. I mean, because right now only stuff I even see for 45 is steel case or self-defense. I don't see any ball ammo at my store for the last 6 months, and so I've been shooting steel case 45. So we're on the fine edge of prices not going right or getting much worse in the next 2 years than getting better. That's why I went out and bought 3,000 rounds now, and that's why I'm recycling it to get upgraded every week as I could buy better ammo and save it.
If you have the means and you're willing to pay that price, it's your money, and this is still a free country. I won't pay that much. If you want to pay that much, you go ahead. But if you're paying some of these ridiculous, crazy prices, you're telling these people you're okay with these ridiculous, crazy prices.
Well, that comes out to less than $25 a box. I don't think that's close to $45 a box.
Well,
Okay.
Squib, there's a question for you in the chat. Basically, what is from Defense Dad. I mean, say you went shooting and you shot 100 rounds of 9mm and you just want to top that back up. He said, Squibload, at what price do you consider, say, a box of 9mm too much? Just as an example for people, like the newbie.
Okay, so during shortages in the past, not like this, but others where it's just been one caliber or a couple calibers or something like that, I've seen some of the higher prices. So $25 for a box of 50 Full Metal Jacket is probably about my personal limit for 9mm. If you want to pay 30 or 35 or 50 or $95 for 50 fucking rounds of ammo, it's your money. But then when you turn around and go, I can't find any ammo, or can you believe these prices? Well, didn't you just buy two boxes at $95 a box? I mean, I'm hearing stories about people doing it, paying $50 for something that ordinarily would be under 20, or paying, $95 for something that would be like $18 or something like that. And the other thing too is when I go out and buy 9mm, I'll go buy 2 boxes, right? I don't normally buy a case, or I don't normally buy 8, 10, 12, 15 boxes. So if I'm buying 2 at $25, I'm out $50. That's not a bad, but if I'm buying, say, 20 boxes at $25, I'm out $500 freaking dollars. No.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
And you might go, well, 2 boxes? Man, I can't do anything with 2 boxes. Well, I can. 2 boxes is plenty for me at the range,
Yeah, me too.
And I'm not shooting like Jerry Mickley. That's the other thing you get. Oh, man, well, I thought you were a better shot than that. Hitting the target, ain't I? I can use this thing in self-defense. I can apparently put meat in the freezer with this thing. That's my level. You're trying to get a dime-sized group at 100 yards with a handgun. Yeah, you're going to eat through a lot of ammo. It'd be practical this around, when it's this expensive. If you say, I don't want to pay, or I just am having way too much trouble finding it, then be practical. Can you hit a paper plate at 25 yards? Yes, good enough. You don't have to shoot a dime at 100 yards with a freaking subcompact handgun. But there are people out there that will dump thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds every range trip because that's their goal. And there's just some people that plain can't shoot no matter what. They just, I don't know what it is, but they just plain can't shoot. So,
yeah. I mean, that's another thing. Newbies or new gun owners have got to realize $45, $50 a box is not normal. So I'm hoping they realize it's not normal.
Rick, when I see 9mm Full Metal Jacket 50 rounds for about $9, $10 a box, that's about normal-ish.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I've paid as low as $3.50 a box for it, and I'm sure Tony's probably paid less than that in the past. But when I see it for $18 a box, you might go, well, that's double. Yeah, but I've also paid $18 a box when there's been shortages, but not shortages like this. So that doesn't bother me from my perspective. So like what Tony was saying earlier about these new gun owners that have no idea that it normally costs $9, $10 a box, and they're paying $45, $55 a box, they might think that's normal. So when there's another shortage and it goes up like this again, they'll pay that price, whereas I won't. So it's a matter of perspective.
Yeah. I mean, before I got into reloading, and Walmart was selling ammo, I would buy a box or 2 every time I went in there, whether I needed it or not. That's how I got this, these 2 boxes full here. So, that's what you need to do. Or, is buy a box or 2 at a time. Every time, once things go back to normal, it's just buy a box or 2 every time you go shopping.
Well, now, how many guys went through the 2012, 2014 thing and didn't freaking learn from that? That rimfire shortage is what opened my eyes.
Apparently a lot, Tony. And
No
if you remember in 2013, AR mags went from $9 to $90 overnight. In 2008, you couldn't find 380 for like a whole year. Everybody's like, where the hell is all the 380? During the assault weapons ban, AR-15s went from $400 to $1,200 overnight. And the $1,200 ones had less features on them. You actually paid more money for less. I mean, we've had other situations where there's been shortages of this, and every time there's a conspiracy, oh, the government's buying all of it, you know, or all this other garbage. And it's a supply and demand thing. It's a supply chain thing. Our ammunition manufacturers don't give a shit about their customers thing. And it's all these people that enable the price gougers. I mean, I remember when the 22 ammo was short, I was up north and there was a guy, I was pumping gas and the guy was like, man, there's a gun show down the street and guy was selling 22 for like $100 a brick or whatever. Man, if you get down there now, you could get some. And I'm thinking, what did he send you out to, like, you know, try to draw in the crowd? But I'm sure somebody will listen to this guy and go, oh man, I better get to the gun show right now. And that's exactly why they're able to charge these prices.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Defense Dad said he saw, is it aluminum or aluminum over here? I can never remember.
Aluminum in America.
Okay. He said aluminum case 9mm yesterday for $16.99 per box, but he didn't get any. He said he's got plenty. People who need it might need it worse. I mean, I've shot it. I don't have a problem shooting it. You know, I mean, you can't reload the shit, so they tell me. I've never tried. You know,
No, you're not supposed to reload aluminum.
Why?
Because like the brass, you're working it back, sizing it.
Yeah.
Aluminum can't handle it. It's too thin after you fire it one time.
Oh, okay.
You can't crimp it, right?
I don't know, Tony. Why can't you reload that?
I don't have a specific answer for that. I wouldn't do it myself because I won't use the aluminum cases to start with because I have had problems with them.
Okay. All right. But that makes sense what you're saying there, Jason. You know, I mean, because I've never tried to reload them because I heard don't reload them. You know, I took people at their word.
Yeah,
but I've
well,
shown
I'm
them.
sure aluminum is not flexible like brass or even steel. So
Yeah.
it won't take that part of it.
I've shot both steel and aluminum through my 45. My Smith and Wesson, but without any issues whatsoever. So I think I've even got maybe 100 rounds of aluminum 45 ACP in one of these ammo cans here that I bought. You know, got them. I think they were on sale, so I picked them up. So, yeah. But, I was just curious what everybody...
Yeah, I'm pretty sure aluminum is just a one-time deal.
Yeah.
Maybe you could reload it lightly or something. I don't know, but you're probably risking a chance of a case splitting or exploding or the head coming off the back of it or something. Because aluminum's just... It wasn't designed from the factory to be reused. It's just too thin.
Okay.
Like
Rich White says they're garbage anyway.
Dealing with like aluminum horse trailers and truck beds and shit like that, they don't flex well. They'll crack. Whereas brass is exceptionally forgiving to that sort of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm assuming that's why.
Yeah, so Squib.
Tony, do you got a brass truck bed or trailer?
No.
Just asking.
Yeah. So, Squib, would you reload aluminum cases or not?
No, I'm not a dumbass.
I mean, is what they're saying the reason why? Because they're too thin and stuff like that?
If you're able to keep from crushing the case while reforming it or anything else like that, you could have a serious issue with it. It's not designed for that. Brass is malleable. I can't even say the word correctly. Reading. I need to take a simple reading course here. Brass, the metallurgy of brass is conducive to forming it and reforming it and forming it and reforming it. Now, eventually it will wear, it will split, it can crumple if you don't put it in the die just right. But steel is not soft enough to reform properly, and you're going to have problems. Aluminum, if you can even get it to reform, you're probably going to have an issue. I wouldn't risk it. It's not worth trying.
Okay, I'll just see. I mean, I just didn't do it because I was told never to. So that was the only cases I would leave on the floor.
I'm not a big fan of steel or aluminum ammo either. I use it for testing. That's it. When I'm trying out a new mag, when I'm trying out a new gun, something like that. Otherwise, I don't use it. I know tons of people use it because it's less expensive and they just want to go down to the range, do mag dumps, miss the target at 7 yards, and high five each other. And if that's what you want to do, that's the kind of ammo you want. You're definitely not the kind of person that's going to invest in reloading.
Yeah. You're right there. So, all right, that was some good info there. Appreciate it. So I might take those 2 boxes of 45 aluminum I got. I might take them out and shoot them. In my, I don't know if my 1911 will feed them, but I know my M&P 45. I mean, I see Rich said a friend of his had trouble with his M&P. My 45, it went right through them without a single issue. You know, but I don't know. Maybe I got the 1 in 1,000 M&P. You know, like the Winchester 1 in 1,000. I think my M&P's like that. You know, because people were amazed how smooth my trigger is on my M&P, and it's just a stock trigger. And they said it ain't gritty or anything. I said no. I said it never was. Even out of the box, it wasn't.
Should tell him you sleep with it.
You know. So.
Well,
It does have a gold barrel.
Well, you can pick out a good gun. You can pick out a not so good gun too. They all make lemons. No two exactly alike. I mean, you can pick up a gun from any manufacturer and like, man, trigger feels great on this one, and then pick up another one and like, oh, trigger not so great, or the sights just ain't right, or like there's a difference, you know, like one had a bright silver trigger and one's got a dull silver trigger. I mean, there's just differences along the line of different guns. That's why you should really look them over and pick them out and see how they are.
Yeah. Oh, the Tennessee gun guy says aluminum as material becomes very brittle. The molecular structure of the material has to be properly tempered and will only work on the initial factory loading. So there you go. And I think that's what the squib was saying.
Metallurgy. I can say that word. I just can't say malleable.
Yeah.
You know, it's a physical property. From those of us who remember chemistry class in high school.
Yeah. Well, gun loving grandpa says save the aluminum casings. You can melt them down and make a lower with them. Oh, now talking about that, I know it's got nothing to do with disabilities, but anybody here in Pennsylvania? That's that big company there that hosts gun shows around the state are banning 80% lowers being sold at their gun shows from now on. And one of the 2A groups in Pennsylvania agrees with it. So that, I mean, mind you, I got that off of a Guns and Gadgets. So I was listening to his thing the other day.
Yeah, we were discussing that last night on Night Strike. So, I didn't know if they banned it completely yet, or they was trying to just force them to ban it.
Well, I'm not sure. I think I thought they had.
They might have today. They very well might have.
Yeah. I mean, because what they're claiming is, sort of like gangs were coming in and buying 100, 200 of them at a time. You know.
Okay, so, then, well, if you suspect that, then you have the right to refuse them the sale.
That's what I was thinking too.
But I don't like the idea of it. Is It's a legal product. You know what I mean? You're a gun show anyways. This is a legal product. There's nothing illegal about it. And the whole stink about it being at 80%, they want to ban, is just because of some politicians' feelings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You know, I understand other rules like, like chemicals or something dangerous or something like that. You know what I mean? You don't want being sold at your show or whatever. But the 80%ers are 100% legal in every way. So it's just an opinion that's stopping that product. And I don't think it's fair. I think it's discrimination against
And of
companies.
course,
And there's not a lot of crime created from these 80% lowers, from what I've read.
I mean, but the anti-gunners claim there is. And what gets me is the new freight. Everybody's using it, ghost gun. Well, what the shit's a ghost gun? It's some term they've made up trying to scare people. I mean,
There's not a lot of crime committed with ghost guns either.
I mean, you've been able to build your own gun. I mean, the way I figured it, since 1776. You know, it's been the law. You could do it. So all of a sudden it's bad now.
To go back to your statement there, Rick, gangs are going into gun shows in Pennsylvania and buying 100 or 280% lowers at a time. Show of hands, how many of you have gone to the gun show and you've seen a table with 80% lowers and you've seen 100 or more 80% lowers on the table? Yeah, I thought so. No, nobody's raising their hand. I can't even see you and I know you're not raising your hand. I've never seen a vendor selling, 180% lowers, having them available to sell. These people are saying this, and people who are ignorant, people who've never gone to a gun show, people who don't even understand what an 80% lower is, or people that don't understand that terms like ghost gun are made up and stuff like that, are just going, you're right, it's an epidemic, we got to do something, it's for the children.
I've never even seen that 80% lower, any of them, not one at a gun show.
Yeah.
And the thing is these stupid asses wouldn't recognize what an 80% lower was if it was sitting on the table in front of them.
That's what I was thinking too. But it's all political bullshit. But what got me about that video I watched from Guns and Gadgets, some 2A organization in Pennsylvania is agreeing with this company for doing it.
Well, then they're not a 2A organization.
That's the way I look at it too, So, but if anybody wants to, I mean, just look up Guns and Gadgets. It was yesterday's. I think it was yesterday's video he put up.
I think there's some articles on like Breitbart and Guns and Ammo and some places like that about it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and I think gun. And the Ammo Land, I think there's one on there too, an article about it. So, I just find it interesting. I don't know. It makes me wonder how people can be so. I mean, I've only been into guns for 5 years, and I understand the concept of the Second Amendment, and all this stuff. It's at the beginning I would ask questions and what's wrong with doing that? And you guys put me straight and explain it to me more in detail.
Well, you see, this company that's doing this is perfectly within their right to do it. I mean, they're a private entity. If they want to make brownie points with the fucking libs for doing this, that's within their rights.
Yeah, but what happens now is the next state over is going to go, look, they're doing it in Pennsylvania, let's do it here.
Well, see, to me, I look at it as being unfair to that company. I mean, I know businesses have their rights, but that's like I'm running a gun show. So I'm renting and selling booths and tables to people. So I have a booth here from Smith & Wesson. I took their money. I got one from Glock. I took their money. I got one from Ruger. I took their money. But, High Point, I just don't like you, so you can't have a table here. See, they're being blocked out of their chance to sell to customers because of someone's opinion.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from.
See, if you can block the 80% lower people from coming, you know, you can block something else too.
Censorship.
Yeah, it's really what it is because the product's legal. It'd be different if it was shady illegal or something like that, but it's a totally legal product. So you know what I mean. I think you're discriminating against that company and their product just because you don't like it. You know, you could just relate it to anything else. You know what I mean? Like, oh well, you can't sell a Smith and Wesson $20 knife at my business, but you can sell a $100 Benchmade one.
Yeah,
Or
I
lighters.
see where you're coming
How
from.
many people have died due to somebody falling asleep with a cigarette, or somebody starting a fire somewhere, but they're not. Most places are not banning the sale of lighters or something like that. I mean, what people do with a product is shouldn't, isn't the manufacturer's fault in a sense. People that made Tide Pods weren't expecting people to eat them. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Nowadays with attorneys and everything, that line gets blurred. But in my opinion, it's pretty stupid. The intended use of the product is 100% legal, so there shouldn't be any issue or any discrimination, or we don't like this or whatever the case. It's a legitimate product, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Defense Dad said there ain't a table strong enough to hold an entire table full of high points.
Welding table will do it.
Yeah. I mean, I just find it. It's getting crazy. It really is. It's. I don't know. I mean, I'm more. I'm hoping that it will get resolved and they're let them stew. I mean, it comes down to it. I think Squib said it. If they know it's a criminal and they're coming in there, why don't they? They don't just because he puts the money down. You don't have to sell it to him. You know what I'm saying? And even if they did, call the police and tell them, let the police track them, and if they start building guns, just go arrest their asses. Because they're criminal, because they're more likely felons, and they're not meant to have them anyway.
Seems like with a lot of these laws, it's put there to make law enforcement's job easier in a sense. And that I think is wrong, because you can't just assume everybody's a criminal or wrap everybody up like a criminal. And in my opinion, just so you can block things or stop things or whatever. We're all legal American individuals, or the majority of us in a sense. So until there is an issue, it shouldn't be an issue with whatever we buy. Honestly, I could buy a truckload of bleach probably, and I wouldn't have too many issues. But how many people could you poison with bleach? You know what I mean? So it's what your intent is. If you're a criminal, then they may look at me like that if I ran around poisoning people. But that's not the case or whatever. So it just really doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It's kind of ass backwards, but that's how our government seems to be going. Just like all of us, everybody wear a mask, not instead of the people that are at higher risk or whatever. It's just safety culture.
Yeah. I got a quick question before we end, because it's almost 8:00. I might have to leave this question into Saturday, but I understand. I mean, I'm one of those. I wasn't right at the beginning, but over the last couple of years, I've changed my tune. Is if a person who's in jail for a felony served his time, he should have his rights back.
No shit. They should
Now,
be
if he's a violent criminal, then don't let him out. You know what I'm saying? If you're safe, keep him in jail.
If you're safe enough to be on the streets, you're safe enough to own a gun.
Okay, now here's my question.
Hold on. There's some parts there that are so if you do if you're in for a violent crime and you're out before you're 40 years old, I would say no. But if you have a violent crime, you're out after 40, I'd say yes, because that's that kind of age of where violence tends to mellow out. So I think there's some caveat there that should be looked at, and it should be on a case by case study, and not just willy nilly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think nonviolent crimes I don't think should ever. I don't think there should be a restriction.
Well, we're going to bring this up again on Saturday because this could go a long way, but I'm writing it down here to remind you. But that wasn't my actual question. My actual question was, since felons are allowed out of prison, and say they got rid of background checks, right? How would a gun store know whether he's unauthorized gun buyer?
If they got rid of background checks?
So long as felons are still out there and they still have this law, you need the background check to keep them. I mean, not many felons come in and fill out 4473 because they know they're going to be caught doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to get rid of one before you can get rid of the other. Or am I looking at it wrong?
You know where felons get guns? Their buddy that just robbed a house and has a whole cache of guns and selling them cheaper than market value. They're buying felons buy guns from off the street that are gun dealers and that have a source of ill-gotten guns. I mean, they're not coming in through the light channels. They're never going through a background check. They're going through the illegal.
This is my question. I mean, everybody swears, let's get rid of the NICS check. It's not needed and everything else because all it's doing is harming, is going against the honest citizen. So if they said, okay, no more background checks ever, right? Then what would stop? There would be nothing to stop the felon from coming in.
Keeping them in jail until they're safe enough to be released.
But I understand too.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. He's trying to make that statement is, you can't do one without the other in a sense, or else you would have felons walking into a gun store and purchasing firearms.
There's no way to do it.
Yeah,
right.
but I know
in theory, that's kind of that safety culture. I mean, yeah, it could be a case, but if that felon's caught with the gun, he's catching gun charge and hopefully going to jail to stay. But unfortunately, the system doesn't work that way. So, I mean, I agree initially where they shouldn't be out. Like, if a person's out, he should be able to walk into a gun store unless you have a severe mental disability. Obviously, we have to account for that as well. But other than that, the point I think Rick was making is, well, what do you do in that situation? And nobody's going to want to say, well, I'd rather, not fill out paperwork and take the chance. Well, not nobody. Honestly, I probably would because criminals are going to get a gun either way, so it doesn't matter. But at least you got a record where they picked it up, things like that. But that's another story. But most people aren't going to say or fill out a paper stating that, they're fine without having a check, and a criminal can go in and buy it too.
Yeah.
But in most cases, around towns, people have a rapport with people, but of course, people would travel to go buy guns and blah, blah, blah. But, it wouldn't, in the end, it wouldn't make much difference because it's still, criminals still buy guns. So it doesn't, really doesn't make a damn difference.
Did you see the video this week about New Zealand? And, they had the total buyback. They're on an island. There's nobody coming in from another state that's adjoining because it's an island. And so they did the huge buyback. They bought back $103 million worth of guns. Now they want to do a bigger buyback because it didn't work. You know why? Because the criminals never sold their guns back.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Well, one thing to answer your question, Rick, things were pretty much okay before they ever had the NICS system. Our streets didn't run with blood everywhere, and it wasn't the wild, wild west. Yeah, hell, none of us want the bad guy to have a gun, But regardless of what we want or what laws pass, the bad guy will still have the gun. So, why infringe on the good guy from having one?
Good point.
But
Exactly.
for the gun dealers, it's the same. Like if you run down here to the car lot to buy a car, the car lot's not asking you if you ever drive over the speed limit.
Yeah, I think.
Or if you drink and drive. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, but I mean, okay. So they get rid of the NICS check. The way the law is today, and the way people sue everybody, and say I am a felon, but they don't do a NICS check anymore. I walk into the gun store and buy that Glock there, slap down my drug money to buy the Glock, right? Walk out, and I shoot somebody with it. Are they going to hold that FFL responsible?
No, they're going to try to.
Now they would, but
I think now they would.
There is
in that situation, no.
Yeah, but what the Democrats want to do is hold Glock responsible for that murder and have people be able to sue that Glock for that murder.
Right now, there are laws to protect businesses if somebody buys something and then uses it in a manner not intended. They don't have laws to protect them if the product is defective or if there's price gouging or something else like that. But as far as the way things are right now, of course, there are people that want to change that too. So if they change both, yes, then it's a problem. But right now, if a bad guy buys a gun at a gun store and uses it, and that gun store gets sued and loses in court, either it's the biggest anti-gun group of everybody in line that is responsible for the court case going that way, or the gun store has got the worst lawyer in the world, which is entirely possible.
Yeah, you're right. Well, we might bring this up again on Saturday. But anyway, I'm going to wind this up because two things. It's getting late. I'm getting hungry, and I gotta go to the bathroom. So
I see you're still as whiny as ever.
Oh yeah, I haven't changed. Yeah, all right. But you missed me when I was having I had my hip replaced, by the way, Tony. So I got two bionic legs now. So anyway,
You got
Jay,
new ball joints.
yeah, Jay, any shout outs or plugs?
Thanks for the invite, man. Great conversation. Look forward to continuing those questions Saturday.
Yes.
Everybody take care.
All right, appreciate it. New York Outcast, any shout outs or plugs? Talk to me, New York. Hit the mute button. He must have walked off.
Sorry, I'm here. How's it going?
All right. I saw the mac and cheese and the cat. I tell you, you can give that cat my portion of the mac and cheese, okay?
Oh, yeah? All right. It'll probably enjoy it. All right. Yeah, thanks for joining us, everybody, and have a great evening.
All right. Tony, any shout-outs or plugs?
Not particularly, although I did forget to mention that I got 2 dogs now.
Oh, yeah? Good for you. Hey, did you guys ever start your morning show again?
We did it for about 3 or 4 shows, and then Night Strike disappeared.
Oh, okay. All right. I was just curious because somebody told me it was starting, and I've been looking for it, and I'm saying, where in the hell is it? But all right.
I don't know. He was having some health issues of some sort, he said.
Okay. That's, it's understandable. But all right. But hey, it's good to see you, Tony. I really do appreciate it. Stop on by again if you remember.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. All right, Squib, you got anything? Any shout outs or plugs?
Nah.
All right, good to see you again too. Are you at work?
Yeah, I'm at work. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have time to jump on.
Okay.
I can work and do the show at the same time under some circumstances.
As I wonder, because the last couple of times you've been on, I haven't heard the forklift in the background.
Oh, yeah, about forklift guy. So he pulled like a no-call, no-show for 3 days in a row. And then on the 4th day, he calls the plant manager and says, I'm at the car dealership. I've had car problems all week. I'm at the car dealership signing the papers today. I'll be in tomorrow. She said, you better be. Next day he didn't show up. They consider that a voluntary termination.
Yeah.
So there's one guy back there with a pallet jack, and forklift guy needs a replacement. Anybody need a job as a material handler?
There's one going if you want to go there. All right. William Alarmed, you got anything?
I appreciate you having me, and no, nothing really coming out. I'm going to the range in the morning, so hopefully I'll have something coming up this weekend.
Okay, great. I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat for stopping by tonight, and come back on Saturday at 3 p.m. and we will go over this question in more detail. See if we can hash it out. You know. Oh, I know what I got to do. Now, New York Outcast, did you have something to say, or was that an old message?
No, that's recent. Thanks. I figured instead of wasting my plug, I'd throw one out to Guns and Barbecue. So since he popped on and hopped out, so if anybody hasn't noticed, I think he's trying to do a almost daily show or something like that. So if anybody's got time to kill during the day or something, maybe check him out. So figure at least give him a shout out since he didn't get in. But other than that, that's it. Thanks again.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say I think Barbecue's doing his shows kind of later at night, so go look for him.
Okay. Well, if you go subscribe to him and hit the notification bell, you'll know when his shows are coming. Yeah, real quick. Now, my quiz. I'm doing a new question every 2 weeks. So this one, you have until the 27th to get your email answer into me. And it was a 2-part question. And what I want to know, in the TV series Branded, I want to know who sponsored the show, because this is back in the 60s now. Who sponsored the show, and what rank was he in the show? You know, when he got what's the word I'm looking for? Drummed out of the military. That's the answers I'm looking for. Email me at rickslife, as I see it, at gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. So there we go. So I want to say thanks to everybody for being here. I really do appreciate it. And I said be back on Saturday at 3 p.m. and we'll continue this conversation. So I want to say thanks, and I will see everybody later. So good night, everybody. Bye, Sabrina.
Stay thirsty, my friends.
Okay.